Welcome everyone. Good afternoon. We'll start our lesson. Today lesson will go through our lesson focus will be an assignment discussion, and I'm just sharing with you the new assignment brief in a minute, and that's it. We'll go through our lesson. So, okay, so please, if you is in the chat box, you can download the assignment. Okay, so we'll go through. Okay, let's start. Welcome everyone. Anybody, any question, please, if you have before starting, welcome, you can ask and we can discuss. Just on your file. Okay, in terms of Harvard reference, are you okay? Anybody have issue about the reference? Maybe a while ago you done your assignment. If not, I can go through assignment. Within our assignment discussion, we'll go through how to do reference as well. Let's start. Okay, so please you can download the assignment brief which I just shared with you. Hope you got it. Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start now. Okay, so today lesson will go through our assignment discussion. As you know me, my name is Jim Sattar. Those are listening, please you can, if you have any question, drop me email anjum@university.co.uk. I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So until now, we completed all learning outcome. We did the unit 4 taxation for business and individual assignment. You've been given little scenario. It's good to read, Can you see all the slides, please? And this document, assignment brief? Yes, hope so you can see. If not, please let me know. So we need to be look around when completing your assignment. You should use the tax rule and the tax table previous year. These will be provided, which I send you, which we included in our PowerPoint slides as well, all the rates, other than that, you can follow the Finance Act 2023 and 24. You can use 24, 25, but because of course, that until 31st January, we can use even old rates, because the last date of return is normally is 31st Jan. So the UK center, you should use the current rules and the table and of course, which I non-UK center. So of course, this is just a guidance. Then you've been given, you are to prepare the information brief for the distribution of all new clients entitled taxation system, and you using the example of the specific organization and the situation for any calculation you should show your working. Of course we can, and explain how you have prepared the final figure. So please, you've been given, if we look, so first we have, like, we in lesson 1 we had a discussion about income and income tax liability relating to the overseas. We have elements like if you're not resident, the tax rule applied accordingly, and explain the application of additional exemption or relief, can be like transferring marriage allowance. We had a discussion, we can look around chargeable gain and capital gain and the tax liability involved overseas aspect of which we can look around few examples which will go through inherent tax, examples you can include to address the learning outcome. Assess the application of corporation tax, which we can liability relating to the overseas aspect of organization activities. That's we have. Then, because if you look underneath, please, we've been given 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1M and 1D. That's all about is lesson 1. So it means you have to open the lesson 1, lecture 1 slides, and to answer these questions. So please, and then of course merit and distinction criteria is good to work towards. Anybody, any question here, please? That's our task 1, lesson 1. PowerPoint slide and the elements we've been given. Then task 2, you're going to lead a business breakfast workshop, and you have a topic on the taxation. You have to prepare speaker notes as well. So these you can prepare the PowerPoint slides for this, and we can either one file we can include these, because they mentioned prepare the presentation, and the presentation and the speaker notes can be in a PowerPoint slide. Okay, so we can look around the analyze the way they optimize the tax expenditures for the specific organization, evaluate the potential penalties and the risk associated with non-compliance, which we discuss about, the penalties, the VAT return and various others, the late, how much penalties can be £100 or more than £100, or it can be with the days, so we can relook, these in our lesson 2. So this year our task 2 is based on lesson 2 and lesson 4. So if you open the lecture slide for lesson 2 and lesson 4, so this task will be, of course, is the communication about the tax organization appropriate, which we can, and we can look around the balancing requirement to disclose the taxation information provided to the different stakeholders. So in lesson 4, we discuss about different stakeholders like employees, like government, HMRC. So we had a discussion. So factor consider regarding paying, the appropriate level of tax. That's we need to be. So please, we have lesson 2, that's the PowerPoint slide, and the lesson 4, the PowerPoint slide. So that help you to prepare this task, which is task 2. And then we have a task 3. Task 3 is based on, we need to be look around task 3. Client have the requested you online material to support them taxation planning. They're free to choose, the format of the material. For example, you could prepare the written booklet, so it can be in the PowerPoint, not PowerPoint, you can record it as a presentation. You could, upload on the YouTube or presentation slide for any calculation. So we can do this in the PowerPoint slides as well, this task. Yes, and explain. So what we can look around, evaluate the investment and expenditure resulting on the tax liabilities. We can look around the legitimate tax planning. So we discuss about written down allowance, which we have a chapter in the book, so you can pick the example, then you can include to address, this learning outcome. And we've been given LO3, which is mean the lesson 3 PowerPoint slide. Those are relevant to this task. Okay, so that's we need to, and you've been given all the guidance here, please, in this assignment brief. So the learner must, produce the information brief distribution to the clients, and we need, if you evaluate, so we can focus on the command verb is evaluate, and here is the assess. So that's which we can look around these, the command verb, and we can address accordingly. Okay, then we've been given all 1.1, what we're supposed to do, calculation of the taxable income. Second is 1.2, learner must explain the application of additional exemptions. Relief can be in specific organization or in specific situation. Like the chargeable gain, what sort of gain are the losses, are the carry forward. We had a discussion on the disposal 1.3, 1.4 examine. So we can look around these also quite good guidance document that will help you to prepare assignment. So task two, then task three, and task four. Three tasks we have. So the task one is the learning outcome one. Task two is learning outcome two and four. Maybe you can ask why not in sequence, because whoever the set up the assignment, any learning outcome can be assessed under different tasks. So let's please we look. This is the assignment brief, which we'll go through in a minute, and we look how we can structure. Okay, so let's please. Anybody any question here? Can you hear me okay? Hello.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for confirming.
Yes.
Okay, so here please, we have sample assignments as well. We already uploaded some. Hope everyone you have access on our Moodle page. If not, please let us know so we can. So if we log in here, and of course we're looking this unit, and then please, if you look within, you've been given the unit specification here, some sample assignments. Yes, if you look, this is one of the sample assignments. Oh, sorry. So okay, so what we'll do, those don't have due to any reason. So what I'll ask, admin to set up straight away. Okay, so sorry about. Next, please, we need to look around. As we mentioned, income and income tax liability relating to the overseas. We had a discussion about explain the application of additional exemption relief. We had these, so it's been divided in 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. 5 and 6, and then of course if you looking the distension and the merit criteria, we can as well. And task 2 is based on learning outcome 2 and 4. You will see there is being discussion being divided accordingly. Then we have a task 3, which is based on learning outcome 3. And if we look, so you will see always good to be have a little introduction. So in this booklet I will you can say in this booklet going to explain about, I guess, the key aspect of the business and individual tax. Better to not use the word I will use this or we will do, because first person normally we don't use in the academic writing. So that's give you all the important of the taxation in 21st century, and why the company need to be compliant, and if they don't comply, what sort of consequences can be. So that can be in this assignment you're discussing about various elements of taxation. So task 1, you will see there is 1.1, analyze the taxation system in the UK, impose of the tax to pay the tax based on their residency and domicile. So you can discuss about like 180 days, 90 days, the rule of you become a resident. So all the resident and domicile and connections to the UK, they should pay the tax in this country, not pay the tax abroad. So like the ex-prime minister's wife in India, the residency and then nationalities and all these, the factors can be look around overseas. Okay, then we have the 1.2. here is the problem in this, they know not included the reference there. So please, wherever you getting the information, of course we discuss about in our assignment, we have the booklets, we have, so if you look, a taxation resident, and if you want, like, you want ACCA or you want Kaplan, you can find, like a lot of examples from domiciles, like, from ACCA website, like here you will see next to that, or if you write the word Kaplan or gov.uk, you've been given the guidance. HMRC, the UK resident normally tax on their rising basis, and which mean, all the worldwide income and the gain will be taxed in the UK. Even the foreign income and the gain have been taxed in another country. After when then, so we can look around, these relief, will be given to the in the UK for the foreign tax suffered. Yes, so relief is all the double taxation treaty and unilateral. So we can pick, like you've been given like a lot of examples here. What is meant by resident or domicile or the rules of the residency if you're living abroad. So that's, the secretary residency test can be for the tax purposes. Yes, so these, which you will see here, all the rules which we already had a discussion in. So you can pick examples from, yes, and you can include that for your this task, which is quite good to include, which we had a discussion in our lessons. And please, you can pick, example from either ACCA website or any other website, So let's see. Okay, that's we been given and that's been written. You can use this assignment as a sample as well. Okay, and we can put the reference there is the ACCA reference or Kaplan booklet given, and other than that we have open question one as well, or we can go on gov.uk and we can look around and we can add examples. Okay, 1.2 is explain the application of the additional exemption and relief. So capital allowance can be, annual investment allowance can be example, first year allowance can be on the asset. So these are all the example of allowance. So it's better to be, you can add the example is not being included in this and put the reference, where you got the concept, that's absolutely fine to include. So if I'm using the Kaplan, I say Kaplan 2024 and the full link is the Kaplan book or the Kaplan website. I say Kaplan 2024 full link accessed on or retrieved on the information. So if you never done the reference before, there is a website called Neil Toolbox. Neil Toolbox. So you can, this is called a Harvard reference generator. So please, if you're using book, if you're using journal article, I'm using the book, and the book title was, let's say, Taxation, and the author was given Kaplan, and the publisher Kaplan publisher, and publishing, and the year was publication 2023, and is the first edition, and use something you read from page 10 to 30. Click there, it can generate the reference. So that's the Harvard reference generator. You can copy the reference into the reference page. In the middle of text, you can say according to Kaplan, and then of course you can, next. So that's the way you can generate the reference and use the reference. Anybody, any question here, please, in terms of the reference? Are we okay? You can ask, please. Don't hesitate, please. Anybody, any question, you can ask. Okay, so then we have 1.3. Then, of course, chargeable disposal. If we disposal the properties, but if your charities and others, so we can look around. So chargeable disposals are the property or the portion of the property, and individual is classified as a chargeable person or chargeable assets. So please, you've been given, you can pick the examples and you can include, you've been given a lot of examples here. So that can be if partly disposal, we've been given the formula whole asset, the proportion. We had a discussion in our lessons as well. So that can be used as examples. Chattels, yes, we had a discussion. Yes, so if you meet it, if you're adding these examples, so you're meeting the criteria. Of course, we can use the 2023 Finance Act. So at the beginning, or you can refer, in your discussion, I'm using Finance Act 2023 as given. You can copy all the rates snippet and then include in the assignment appendix where you can cross reference. Yes, I'm using the rates as given in appendix A or B, whichever appendix you're using for your assignment. So 1.4, examine the application of the inherent tax. So here we can look around the inherent tax. What is meant by inherent tax? We can include the example of the inherent tax you've been given here. This is the example. Yes, so it's good to be pleased. Lifetime connected person that address the learning outcome, assess the application of the corporation tax life relating to the overseas. So we can look around the corporation tax system, government, and 20. So we've been this year in 2023. We have still corporation tax is 19% if it's changed. So we can look around within the Finance Act, limited company, any foreign company with the UK branch, and we can look around those, the foreign elements within it. Corporation tax is calculated based on the 12-month accounting period. So if the long period, we can divide into two, CT, the corporation tax, and you've been given example, which we can pick it example exactly the same, or you can pick different example, which is fine as well. But please make sure write in your own words and add the example to meet the criteria. Evaluate the use of value-added tax. We know the value-added tax is VAT, different VAT schemes, cash accounting, annual accounting. We have the zero VAT. We have a flat rate. So these, we can look around different scheme and different items you can discuss to meet the criteria. Then 2.1, of course, apply the tax. We already added, I gave you the example. So we can say, let's say you're doing Finance Act 2023, and next to that, if you write ACCA, you can find, whole lot of examples. And these examples can be used, so if you control F, yes, so you've been given the rates, you can snip it, you can pick the example underneath, you can explain them, which is absolutely fine. So that's being given employment, being given the inherent, being given VAT. Yeah. So all you have, if you do the control F, PDF document, and then next to that, if you can say VAT. Yeah. So that's, you will see there the VAT. Yeah. The application unchanged is 85,000 we have, and underneath you've been given the VAT rate and application of the VATs in. Yeah. If don't follow, so if you're late VAT return, what will be the penalties? Yeah. Daily penalties, interest rate. Yes. So we can look around these please in our, and that can be used as example in your examples. And we included the example. I gave you the handouts already, but if you have a question, please you can ask and we can go through. So 2.2, which we can look around the tax advantages and disadvantages and chosen course of action, can be yeah. So which we can look around like transferring to husband wife, marriage allowance, and will be well off. 2.3, yes, so that can be used. So penalties, mistake, communicate with the stakeholders, so you can explain the stakeholders, expectation of the stakeholders, information passed to the stakeholders. We had a discussion about effective communication with stakeholders. 7 C's we have discussed as well. So 4.3, made and limitation information to the stakeholder. There are the many ways to communicate with the stakeholders. We can and pass all the required information to stakeholders because meeting the current they need, then it's a crucial, we have true and fair information passed to the all stakeholders. 4.3 non-taxation applicable to the individual, the stakeholder communication, not just the financial or other elements which we can. So it's good to be look around the stakeholder, their expectation and the information we can pass to the various stakeholders, client. We can look around in task 3, which is based on the learning outcome, investment expenditures, written down allowance, annual investment allowance, uh, mitigation tax for individual and the businesses, HMRCs, any rules, so which is VAT exempt schemes. So these, the when you're adding the examples, and then of course we can look around the conclusion and plead the reference. This is not been Harvard reference because that's not been cross-referenced in the text. It should be cross-referenced and should be access date, which date we've been on the website, and we included, these in our, and we can include in our assignment accordingly. Any question here, please? Anyone? We all okay here until? Hello, anybody, any question? Are you okay in terms of the reference, in terms of, okay, so please, when you set up, you can set up your template of your assignment. So you can say assignment on, of course, the unit, which we have the title of the unit. So you can look around. This is unit for taxation for business and individual. As we're doing, and we can, yes, then of course you can look around submitted by number. Well, so that can be based on, so that can be cover sheet, cover page, and then of course we can go down. Leave the second page is your content page. So that can be your content page, and move to the third. So look around introduction. So in this assignment, you're going to discuss about, taxation, and you're using Finance Act 2023, and as the rates attached in the appendices. So in this assignment, you will discuss about the written down allowance, all little introduction. The important of taxation is a legal requirement, we true and fair. Of course, tax planning is illegal. So these, in introduction, which is absolutely fine, you can write about, one or two paragraph around 100 or 100 words. We don't need more than 200, but that's absolutely fine. And you've been given here. Let's move to the next, So then please, we can look around the task 1, and I can copy there in the template for you, task 1. So what we can do here, so all the bullet points, these are, we need to, underneath, we need to explain and we need to write about. Yes. So you've been given the sample assignment, which is based exactly the same, and that's quite good to follow as well. And you can find the information, make sure you rewrite. So I can give, task 1, I can give in my heading. So I can remove, the bit, because otherwise similarities will be high. So I can give, headings like, yes. So I can give anything, if I want. I can simplify, I can rewrite it not as it is. I can say explain the application of the additional exemption and relief. We can say explanation of additional exemption and relief for a specific situation or specific organization. That can be used as heading. If you want heading 1, heading 2, as you want to. So please click home button, click headings. So that's our task one. I'm just showing you. So that's, you can look around this way, and then I'll carry on. I'll set up the template for you. And then we have task two. Task two based on LO2 and LO4. So there are all these points we have in task two. Task two, you can prepare in the PowerPoint slide underneath notes, or you just, because as per the guidance you've been given, you can, in the PowerPoint slide and speaker notes, or if you just want this, and then of course slides are the presentation bullet points you can highlight as well. A few people didn't, but we can put it as a developmental point. So it's meet the criteria because the presentation can be in a different form. That's what it is. These can be in the PowerPoint slide. Okay, so that's, please, you can look around, and these are the bullet points. And underneath, of course, you're writing examples. That's absolutely fine. And then we have task three. So we can go through task three. And please, you've been given all the guidance in assignment brief as well, and the sample assignment. So I can say this is my task three, and I'm addressing it later on. I can remove that. Okay, so that's my bullet point, my subheading for this task. Okay, now that's all been done. What you can do at the end, you can draw the conclusion. So the references, and then after that, if you have appendixes, yeah, so like appendix C 1 and set 23. Yes, you can copy and paste those rates, and you can even cross reference in your discussion middle of the assignment. And when you finish, please, you go there in this contents underneath and click on reference on your left hand side. It's called table of contents. Click it, and thus create the table of contents for you. Okay, so you will see there, that's the way we can structure, and we can do our assignment accordingly. Okay, please, anybody, any question, any point you think need to be explained or need to be further, yes, or you want me to, if any individual not get it, or where the any other example, of course, please, keeping in view of GDPR, if any your clients, you can include the example from your own, but don't put the, of course, individual name, we well aware of, but maybe you can include the examples, any returns, anything which you want, give a little an explanation underneath, this scenario is about. Yes, please, anyone?
So this assignment unit will be available on the module, is it?
Yeah.
The recording. All right. Yes. Okay.
So
All right.
yes, recording will be available today lesson, but the previous recording also available, and
All
the
right.
sample assignment also available each task. Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Get the ideas. Don't use same example. You can use a slightly different examples. Yes. Or from the book. You have plenty of examples from the book, which I can refer you back to. I'll take you back to the Moodle and show you where you can find Okay, last time I shared with you, I can re-share with you as well. So here you will see there all the resources there. Yes. Latest, yes. So this is the 20. Yes, so you will see there Finance Act 2023. Yeah. And you will see all other bit and pieces here, documents where you can pick the examples. You've been given the previous guidance and all the learning outcomes. And other than that, I'm going to share with you via chat one other document, which is, you can, as we discussed few time, if you want to use the document of open tuition, and we have the booklet is called F6 exam, which is we're doing taxation. And okay, so we can download this. Of course, we don't have exams, so it's a matter of we doing assignments, so we can add examples. Yes, other than that, I mentioned you ACCA document, which I shared with you in the past, but if you want, I can re-share it with you as well. So that's you have all, if you look, here, if you look the contents you've been given, when you're looking 1.1 is about the taxation systems and who's responsible, residents and all, the information you have in that chapter. Tax calculation, properties and all, you can add, examples accordingly as you've been given the previous assignment. Capital gain, chargeable, inherent tax, VAT. So you've been given all. So you can open that chapter, you can find a lot of examples there, you can include it. Other than that, I mentioned you earlier, you can look around this ACCA Finance Act 2023. You can pick the example and you can use it for yours. You will see there as the example, and you underneath you can say this case a little bit contextualize your discussion according to. You can even take these images, copy these images underneath. You can as above scenario, as above example. In this case, in the light of the Finance Act 2023, this is this person, this income, this tax liability, and can save. Maybe you can argue on these, which is absolutely fine to meet the criteria. Okay, so that's all from my end. Anybody, any question? Okay, if you never done Harvard reference, you can watch 2 minutes video how to do a reference in MS Word, or how to create the table of contents. 2 minutes YouTube video that's help you as well. But I just demonstrated you can do as manually as you want, whichever way you want. The reference should be there, few reference. It's a level 7 qualification, so few reference. As hit the criteria, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so normally we expect 2 weeks, within 2 weeks assignment, so we can easily mark, and then of course we can carry on sign off, and then awarding body will of course carry on sign up these units, how many units, whichever you're supposed to be, do and pass all and meet all the criteria before actually get the license or apply for the license. So please, you can send me before submission. You think, come on, I'm struggling. I'm not sure which things. Or I'm struggling to find the example about certain things. So what I can do, I can send you individually examples. Any area you think you need, or if you need help, we can arrange one-to-one as well. That's no issues. We can book more session if need to be. But most of you already working in accounts. I don't think so will be big issues. But if anything you think, no, you never done assignment, it's a while ago you done it, so we can arrange extra sessions. We can go through, or I can guide you. You can send me. You have my email anjum@ukversity.co.uk, and you have on the WhatsApp we have a number as well. It's shared. You can drop me message as well. Thanks for attending and have a lovely weekend, and hope I will speak to you when we deliver next unit. And please do your assignment, submit it. You can send me or you can submit on the learner work Yes, at ukversity.co.uk, and we'll get back to you and after marking and give you feedback. If we always good to be worked towards merit and distinction criteria, add more example, compare and contrast, those hit the criteria, that will be absolutely fine. Then and you can get higher grades. Huh? Thanks for attending and have a nice weekend. If no question. Anyone, any question? Yes, we'll keep up to here then. If no question, please. Okay, thank you. Yes, I can